It's about to go up at the Baddies Midwest reunion when they gear up to film here very soon. Because according to Rollie, Jayla asked Tesehki to fight Ivory on her behalf. Yes, you heard that right. According to Rollie, Jayla asked Tesehki to fight Ivory on her behalf. Okay, now this happened after Ivory watched this week's episode of Baddies Midwest, and she called out Rollie and Natalie on Instagram for saying that she's a bully. She called them out. Now, after she called them out, that's when Rollie came back and commented with this paragraph. And in this paragraph, she alleged, I'll say it one more time, she alleged that Jela asked Tesehki to fight Ivory on her behalf. And you better believe we're going to talk about it. Welcome back to Damieon After Dark. If you're new here, click the subscribe button down below. A lot of my viewers are not subscribers, so please click that subscribe button if you're not locked into our channel. Click the thumbs up button too while you're down there and like this video. That helps me get into the YouTube algorithm. If you don't do anything else while you're here, click the thumbs up button, okay? Even if you want to leave, you don't even have to watch the full thing. Even if you only watch 30 seconds or a minute of this video, click the thumbs up button and I'll see you on your way out, okay? I'd love for you to stay around because we got some tea we got to spill. In the description box, in the comment section below, join the conversation. Let me hear what you got to say about this story, okay, baby? Because we got to get into some things. This reunion's coming, and I have a feeling with what's going on here, it's going to be a very interesting and entertaining reunion, okay? Now, last but not least, if you want to donate to the Damieon After Dark movement and help your boy out, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate, including my Amazon wish list down there. Thank you guys for the love and support. This is my part-time job, so I appreciate everybody that watches, clicks, likes, subscribes, shares, donates, comments, all that, okay? Thank you, baby. Let's get into this story, all right? Because I saw this on my feed this morning. Shout out to Baddies T Inc. Okay, if you're not following them on Instagram, run there now and follow them because they are always on top of the Baddies news. They they keep their ear to the streets and they bring us a lot of the tea. That's Baddies T Inc. INC BADDIES TEAINC. Okay, so that's where I got this story from. All credits go to them. This is my source. So copyright disclaimer when I post some of these screenshots. This all comes from BGCT. Okay, now let's talk about it. We recapped the episode 12. We've talked about it, right? If you haven't watched the recap, if you haven't watched the Baddies Midwest episode 12 after show, it's available on my channel right now for you to view. Okay, go check that out after this video. Now, after this aired last night. After episode 12 aired last night, Ivory was not happy with some of the things that she saw. One of those things that she was not happy with was, y'all remember one of the first scenes that we saw was Natalie, Scotty, Jayla, and Rollie in the house talking together. And they were talking about the whole Natalie switching the signs on the door. We know that she put Ivory and Big Lex's name on the same door to share a room, right? As a joke, as a prank. And like an old school BGC prank. Even Natalie said that in last night's episode. She's like, we did this stuff on Bad Girls Club. Some of these girls can't handle it. But so we know that she did that. Now, we know what happened after that. We know the drama that ensued after that. Big Lex and Ivory got into a fight. We know that Ivory was pissed when she thought that Big Lex was going to possibly get a Baddies chain. Ivory was livid, and one of the things Ivory told Natalie was like, I'm gonna she pretty much, I forgot what Ivory's exact words were to Natalie, but according to Natalie, Ivory pulled her aside and whispered in her ear like, yo, if Big Lex gets this baddie chain, it's up and it's stuck, right? Those are not her words verbatim. I forgot exactly what Natalie claimed in last night's episode that Ivory said. However, Ivory giving Natalie this ultimatum with this baddies chain prompted this conversation on Sunday night's episode to where Natalie was like, you said you didn't want to come in the house looking like a bully. And Rollie followed it up like, yeah, you came in here saying you didn't want to be a bully, but that's what it's given. That's what it's looking like, right? Well, let's get into what Ivory said. Ivory saw that. Ivory saw what Natalie and Rollie had to say, claiming that she's a bully. And she took to her social media and said this. Let's roll it.
Confused with I'm very confused with Rollie.
She said she didn't want to come into this whole thing being a bully, and that's kind of what it's given.
Every day it was people was coming up to me, asking me, was I okay? Was I feeling all right? Calling me, even when as far as sending me witch hazel and cotton balls for my black eye. Like, it's just like, where's this energy coming from? To where I'm away from you sitting on the couch with Rollie. You sitting on the couch with Natalie and Scotty. Now I'm a bully. It's just like, why wasn't y'all saying this shit to my face? And then we were just together 2 weeks ago and you still didn't bring that up, still didn't mention that, nothing. I just hate to see shit on TV and people be in my face smiling. You feel me? Like, don't be in my face smiling, being buddy with me, and then turn around and go talk about me. I don't like that. And then y'all have chances to tell me, at least. Like, after the show was over, we leave.
Ivory, my love. Ivory, my love. There ain't no friends in the game. You ain't learned that yet? You expect these girls to be your friend? You expect them to tell you things? This is a job, baby girl. Now listen. 2 things here. Because I see both sides. I do think that Ivory is a bully. I think that she does have a lot of bullying tendencies. She exhibits a lot of the behaviors of a bully. When you antagonize, when you pick on, when you want to fight people who are quiet, who aren't saying much, who aren't fighters, who are, maybe more timid and shy, when you intentionally antagonize people like that for your own entertainment and to try to show out in front of others, that makes you a bully, Ivory, and we've seen you do that on more than one occasion, okay? Now, I want to say this. I understand where Ivory's coming from with the fact of, why didn't y'all never say this to my face? Why were y'all always smiling in my face and then I have to watch these kiki scenes on the TV? Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, I kind of feel what she's saying. It would almost feel like a blind side. Like, why didn't nobody tell me this in the house? Because I'll tell y'all exactly what it is. And we've been saying this for episodes after episodes, and DTB clocked it this week on this week's episode. These girls are afraid of Ivory. They're scared of Ivory. They've watched her on Now That's TV. They've heard about her on Now That's TV. They've seen the clips on Instagram. They know this girl can fight. Even though we saw Big Lex give Ivory the work, even though we know that Ivory is not unbeatable or unstoppable, she still intimidates some people. And we saw that when Ivory got up on that bus and she told everybody, look, I'm pissed as fuck over whoever swapped me and Big Lex's name. Who did it? Because I'm about to whoop your ass. Who did it? And nobody said a fucking word, hardly. Everybody is afraid of her. And that's what it really boils down to. But I understand where she's coming from in a way where it's like, why aren't y'all saying that to me? And that's why the producers aren't doing their job, okay? Because let me tell you, when Jayla, Scotty, and Natalie and Rollie are sitting around and they're talking about Jayla being, or Ivory being a bully, Ivory is saying she didn't hear them. Nobody ever said this to her face the entire time during filming. She had to find out while watching the season. That's where the producers failed, because while Rollie, Natalie, Scotty, and Jayla were saying that Ivory was a bully, there should have been a producer back there taking all these notes, and then we're gonna run that back to Ivory. Y'all know, y'all don't have to be reality TV producers to know this. We've watched enough reality TV to know when you say things like that, you got to run that bug back. You got to run that bone back. I didn't mean to say bug, the bone. You got to run that bone back. Or somebody, maybe not Rollie, of course, but Scotty, Jayla, or Natalie should have took what Rollie said and went back and pass that bone off to Ivory. If not Ivory, one of Ivory's allies. Somebody should, point blank period, the message should have got back to Ivory, okay? Because now we've got Ivory responding on social media after the season has been filmed and has aired when we could have saw this drama on TV. But guess what? We didn't see this drama on TV because why? The OGs are scared of Ivory, number one. And number two, this goes back to what I've been saying episode after episode after episode about how the OGs have gotten very comfortable this season, how they're coasting, how they're sitting back and they're letting these new girls do all the work. Now, I'm not going to say all the OGs because DTB, I feel like she's put in, DTB is going to always clock in. DTB, if she's going to be on a show, she's going to always clock in, be there, and do her job. Rollie, Scotty, Jayla, Natalie, Anna, Tesehki, they have sat back on their private jets with their veneers, with their weaves, with their new designer purses. Clock in. Clock the fuck in. Okay? And what I mean by clock in is the same way y'all said Ivory was a bully, Rollie, the same way you set up in that conversation with Natalie, Scotty, and Jayla, talking about, yeah, she is a bully. She is giving bully vibes now. Like, y'all should have said that to her motherfucking face. Am I right or am I wrong? Where are the producers here? Y'all are lazy as fuck. And that's why they need me. No shade. I wouldn't take the job anyway, but that's why they fucking... I would take the job, but it would have to be under certain circumstances because we got to turn this show around. We got to turn this motherfucking show around. I would go produce that show under certain circumstances. Certain people would have to be gone. Certain people have to... Natalie, you've got to take a step down, babe. You've got to take... And I don't mean... I know Natalie is the executive producer, but I want her to do exactly that. Executive produce. Get off the camera. We're tired, Natalie. We're tired. Now let's address this because I saw a lot of comments. Well, not a lot, but there was enough there that I noticed. Comments saying, well, oh, how is Rollie calling Ivory a bully when what she's been doing to Slim is straight bullying? Now, let's just touch on that for a second. Because y'all, if you've watched my recaps, if you've watched the after show here, you know how I feel about the Roelly and Slim situation. I've been Team Rollie on that from the get-go. And I will clock Rollie when I feel like she's wrong, just like I have in this video. And I'm going to stand by her side when I agree with her. And I agree with her with the whole Slim situation. I do not feel like Rollie is bullying Slim. I really and truly don't. Slim is the one that's showing up and doing these scenes with Rollie. Nobody is forcing Slim to show up and film a scene with her. And if she was truly being bullied, someone that was being bullied would not... I'm not saying that people ask to be bullied or they put themselves in situations like that, because that's not the case at all. But with this situation with Slim, it's totally different. This is not the real world. This is a reality show. This is a job. She gets a call. She chooses to show up knowing that her and Rollie are not in a good place. And when they tell you, Slim, that, oh, you can come back on Baddies, but it's going to be up to Rollie, then and there is when you should be like, oh, I'm out. I don't want to deal with that. But you accepting to come on and film with her, you accepting the position to be the assistant, you already know what's going to come with that. Accepting a assistant role for Rollie, you really think it's going to be peaches and cream and you're going to come on and be a baddie and go out every night dolled up and partying? No, ma'am. You know it's going to be some shit. You know they're going to humiliate the fuck out of you. So I don't want it to be spun around like Slim is some victim. Oh, poor, pitiful hurt. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. She shows up and chooses to do this. And here's another thing about the Slim and Rollie situation. I want to find any motherfucker out there, I don't know now, motherfucker, that's going to give they op an opportunity off they motherfucking back. Now, somebody tell me if they would. Because if you would, you a fool. And I don't know anybody out there that's going to do it. Come on, y'all. Let me think. Let's put it in regular people terms, okay? Those of us that work 9 to 5s, those of us that work regular jobs, let's put it in simple terms like this. If you had a good paying job, right? Let's just say you working at the company, you top of the company, you top dog. And CEO comes to you, HR comes to you, the hiring manager comes to you and says, hey, Damieon, you've been here with the company for a while. We value your opinion. Someone put in a job application and they put you down as a reference. Can you take a look at this application for us? And I look and it's my op. trying to apply using my name. Oh no, baby. Access denied. Access denied. No, ma'am, you're not about to come on here. So I see where Rollie's coming from, and it's one thing when somebody trying to get on a corporate job under your name, but when we on this show that's popping, and Rollie was asked back season after season after season because of her personality, because of her charisma, because of her star power, because of her character. Whether you like her or not, it is what it is. The fans did like Rollie. A lot of fans do like Rollie. Um, Slim, you need to get that on your own. So I see what Rollie is saying. You want to be on Baddies so bad? Get on Baddies on your own because you're entertaining and you're that bitch. Don't get on Baddies because you want to coattail, because you're going to ride my coattails. There we go. I couldn't think of it. Don't try to get on the show ride my coattails, bitch. Hell to the no, no. It ain't happening. Okay? I just wanted to address that part with the Rollie being a bully situation because I don't get that with this Slim thing. Okay? Now, let's get into what Rollie said. Rollie saw this video that Tesehki Ivory posted. So many girls. I'm sorry, y'all. It's so many girls that I can't keep up. Baddies is the only reality show that I know that has 27 cast members, no plot, no storyline. Okay? So I'm over here like trying to memorize everybody's fucking name. Ivory, when she posted that video, Rollie commented and responded and said the following. Okay? Let's post this up on the screen so you guys can read it. And we're going to read it together. All right? Now, Goldie, Rollie says, now I love you, Ivory, but we're not about to sit here and act like you wasn't drunk, going off on me and everybody in the Sprinter on the way back from the club because we said that Lex deserved the chain. And I told you in front of everybody on that Sprinter, ain't nobody better than anybody, and I felt like she deserved the chain. Then that's how I felt. This is why I hate when shit don't get put out there. Okay, so I think what Rollie is saying is, when we saw on the Sprinter on the bus how Ivory was pissed and how she was screaming and confronting people like, I'll fight whoever. She was drunk as fuck. We saw that. We talked about that. According to Rollie says she told Ivory on the Sprinter that nobody is better than anybody, and I feel like Big Lex deserves that chain. But Rollie is saying that didn't get aired. That's why she said, I hate when shit does not get shown, or I hate when shit don't get put out there, because it leaves room for us to wonder. It leaves room for us to create our own narrative, for us to speculate. You know what I'm saying? So she's saying that she told Ivory, like, look, I'll let you know whatever. But Rollie, you didn't say what you said on last night's episode to her face. That's what Ivory's saying. Like, I don't know why she calls herself Goldie. Like, we don't know you as Goldie, Rollie. Your name is Rollie, okay? So change Goldie the Don to Rollie the Don. Like, I keep seeing Goldie the Don. I'm like, I don't like that. But you trying to defend yourself, Rollie, by saying, well, Ivory, I told you on the Sprinter van that, Big Lex deserved that chain and nobody's better than anybody. That doesn't equate to you calling her a bully. You called her a bully in last night's episode. That's a strong statement on Baddies. Why didn't you keep that same energy to her face and tell her that? That's what Ivory is saying. You called me a bully in last night's episode. Why didn't you tell me that on the show? Calling her a bully and then saying that she's not better than anybody and Big Lex deserves the chain are two totally different things. Can we agree? Now, let's continue. She says, nobody's going to tell me not to give something to anybody because we fuck with you and I fuck with all the new girls. And I stated that. Now, here's where it gets interesting. All caps. And it was me that told you that Jela called Tesehki, trying to get Tesehki to fight you. Had to take a puff on that one, bitch. She finishes by saying, I was coming with all them receipts at the reunion, But one thing is, I'm never fake. And I'm always going to speak on how I feel, as I did in that sprinter. It literally was right after y'all fought. Okay, Rollie, but you never told Ivory to her face that you think she's a bully. Period. Because you probably didn't want to fight her. And I get it. I wouldn't want to fight her either. I wouldn't want to fight Ivory either. But let's talk about what Rollie put in all caps. It was me that told you Jayla called Tesehki trying to get Tesehki to fight you. So I guess that's Rollie's way of saying, well, this was my way of showing loyalty to you. I'm the one who told you that Jayla was trying to concoct this fight between you and Tesehki. But again, Rollie, that has nothing to do with you calling her a bully. Now, Jayla, somebody bring Jayla Mina to the front. I need Jayla Mina to the motherfucking stand while Jayla been ghost producing with her scared ass. Because that's exactly what it is. We're going to call it exactly what the fuck it is. Jayla is afraid and she's scared and she did not want to fight Ivory. And we talked about that shit at the beginning of the motherfucking season. When Ivory pressed that ass, we saw Jayla. She claimed, I ain't scared of nobody. I ain't ducking no smoke. You been copping pleas all motherfucking season, Jayla. We ain't really seen you fight. And that one time you and Ivory did scrap up. Did she fight Ivory? I think so. You didn't want to fight again. You was, oh, I'm good. We good, baby. We good. But then, because a lot of people in the comments on this post were saying, why would Jayla get Tesehki to fight Ivory? Did y'all forget what happened at the beginning of the season when Ivory pressed Jayla, when they had their issues, when they fought or whatever? Let's see, Jayla, why? I don't think Rollie's just making this up. We also need Tesehki to the stand. Somebody bring Tesehki to the motherfucking stand, the witness stand. I gotta know, is that what happened? We're gonna find out at the reunion. And if this don't get brought up at the reunion, Zeus, y'all are not doing your fucking jobs. This needs to be brought up. This needs to be addressed, and it needs to be said. Did Jayla call Tesehki trying to get Tesehki to fight Ivory? Now, we already know Tesehki ain't gonna do that. Tesehki's gonna fight who she wants to fight when she get ready to fight him, and she ain't gonna fight her motherfucking friends' battles. Cooper, shut up. Sorry, y'all. My dog's barking. My nose is itching. Does that mean something? Am I gonna get some money? No, that's your hands. What's it mean when your nose itch? Shit, I don't know. Somebody talking about you? Is that your ears? I don't know. Anyway, we gotta get down to the bottom of this at the reunion. I believe it. I wholeheartedly believe Jayla was behind the scenes, ghost producing. Tesehki, why don't you fight Ivory? That'd be a great fight. Oh my God, that would be so iconic. The fans want to see y'all two fight. I don't think Jayla tried to get Tesehki to fight Ivory on her behalf. Now that I think about it, I think she did try to get Ivory to fight Tesehki on her behalf, but I think J-Lo probably manipulated it and tried to make Ivory seem like, tried to make Tesehki seem like, if you fight Ivory, it's going to be for the fans. Zeus is going to love it. The fans are going to love it. Which I think she should have. Tesehki, I think you should have. I mean, you ain't done shit else this entire season or last season. You sit on your ass. You don't do shit. You don't contribute shit to the conversation. You and Anna Mac sit back and coast like y'all are the season 1 OGs and don't do a goddamn thing. I would have stepped up and said, okay, I'm going to do it. Because the fans do want to see it. The fans do want to see Ivory versus Tesehki because that is two of Baddies' best fighters. Now, as of a few hours ago, Jayla Mina has responded. Jayla saw this. Jayla saw all the internet drama that was going down. She saw where Ivory posted the video and Goldie. Rollie responded and threw Jayla under the bus and said, I was the one that let you know that Jayla put a hit out on you. Now, this is what Jayla had to say. Jayla, she already preparing to cop a plea. I'm so sick of getting on the internet and seeing people mentioning me, talking about me, and including me in shit that doesn't have anything to do with me. Like, what's wrong with people? Then to lie on me is diabolical. I hope that something bad happens to each and every bitch that has lied on me, played in my face, and tried to start shit with me on the internet after the show commenced. God is gonna get y'all bitches. Mark my fucking words. Well, unfortunately, sister girl, that's not how God works. Okay? Unfortunately for you, Jayla. Second of all, we know Rollie might do a lot of things, but she don't just sit up here and be telling bold-faced lies for nothing. Love her or hate her, she don't, okay? Now, nobody's perfect. We've all lied, but Rollie has never been known as being a pathological liar who just sits up on the internet spewing lies all day. You know what you did, Jayla? And now you're backpedaling, pussy popping, and doing handstands, trying to get your way out of what's going to happen at the reunion. No, we're going to need you to square up. We're going to need that, Jayla. It's time for you to get in that motherfucking paint, because you've coasted for quite a while, too, my love. And any kind of fight you've had to get in has been very sandbox and very... No, ma'am. This right here is not going to get it. And not only are you finna have to line it up with Ivory at the reunion, you finna have to line it up with Rollie at the reunion too, since you're saying that she's a liar, and since you're saying that it's diabolical what she said. And then, just when we thought it wasn't getting no worse, you really doubled down at the end when you said that you hope something bad happens to each and every bitch that has lied on you, played in your face, and tried to start shit with you on the internet after the show commenced. No, really, you should be thanking Rollie and Ivory at this moment, because you haven't done shit all season but sit on your ass. You haven't worked for your check. You haven't collected your check. The only reason you're there is because you literally licked Natalie Nunn's ass, pussy, twat, hole, and probably sucked lemon pepper off too, allegedly. Let's not forget about last year when you posted your video talking about how the Zeus Network put you on the side of the motherfucking road, bitch, and you had nowhere to go, and you crying talking about these people did me so wrong. Oh my God, wait till I do my tell-all. Wait till I tell everybody what Zeus. And now here you are sitting up here and you're all white every goddamn day. You want to wear all white, all white, all white. That's great and all cool. But you sitting up here on this show trying to fake the motherfucking funk and coast by, and it ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. You be doing this little shit. You be trying to be a mini Natalie Nunn and plant little shit here and play producer. You're not a producer, sweetie. You don't have a producer credit, and you're not Natalie Nunn. You've never been as entertaining as Natalie. You've never been that girl, Jayla. I'm sorry. Y'all might not like the delivery. I'm here for your entertainment, okay? I told y'all when these cameras go off, I don't think about these hoes. Now listen. We know, at the end of the day, Jayla gonna do what Jayla does. When she originally had her issue with Ivory, we saw what she did. She copped please. And then behind the scenes, she was really pissed and mad at the whole Ivory situation. So what did she do? She wanted to manufacture and orchestrate this fight with Tesehki and Ivory so Tesehki could fight her battle for her, because she know Tesehki was one of the better fighters on the motherfucking show. But we know Tesehki's not gonna do that. Now look what's done happened. Now you done got called out for your bullshit, and you gonna have to run it up at the reunion. And that bottom paragraph was just nasty, first of all. Trying to manipulate the situation as to like it's like God's gonna come do this, and baby girl, please. Please, Jayla. I thought you were in Forbes for your swimsuit line, normal culture, or the clothing line, whatever it is. I thought you, like, what are you doing, Baddies? Bye, Jayla. Let's move on. Rollie says she's gonna bring the receipts at the reunion. What do y'all think? I want to hear what y'all got to say about this, baby. Whose side are you on? Rollie or Ivory? And do you think Ivory is a bully? I think two things can be true here. I think Ivory, yes, is a bully, but I also think that the way Rollie and them handled it was kind of fucked up. Nobody ever said it to Ivory's face. And if you notice in that recording, Ivory even said, I saw y'all as of 2 weeks ago. Ivory says, I saw you guys as of 2 weeks ago, and nobody has still said anything about me being a bully. But I bet you in there in Ivory's face, it's all, you know? Child, this reunion's about to be tea. And you know where we gonna be? Right here, clocking that tea. when it happens, okay? And you don't want to miss it. So make sure you click that subscribe button so you don't miss a beat. Press that thumbs up button and like this video. Join the conversation by getting in the comment section below. And if you would like to support the Damien After Dark movement, you can donate to the channel by getting in the description box below. There will be ways that you can donate using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle. I'll also post my Amazon wish list. Thank you guys for the love and the support. I truly, truly, truly appreciate that. Don't forget to go check out the latest Baddies Midwest after show where we break down episode 12 and talk about this whole bully debacle that we just discussed in this episode. So yeah, and make sure you tune in each and every week for the official Baddies Midwest after show. Also stay tuned for that Jocelyn's Cabaret Texas reunion after show coming next week. That's going to be explosive. We've got so much to talk about. I love you guys so much for supporting me. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And we'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. See ya.